The first episode of Haven, as you may or may not know, was a colossal success, at least to me. Not because of the view count in the end, but because of the way it came out in general. This first episode has gone through many storyline uplifts, name changes, and touch-ups. This version of the episode stood above all the rest, conquering all the other competition. It succeeded in making an awesome storyline, memorable characters, numerous settings, and great dialogue. Tonight I take you with me on the journey it took to get this episode to where it is right now. My name is Zagoda Hawk 340, and this is Rogue Hawk's Clan Rewind. Welcome to Lone Ricky 334, Episode 1, aka Haven. This was our first draft, our first attempt at making anything near what you see now. In this first attempt, we decided to avoid the attack on Handrame completely. We decided to just move on to Ricky stepping out of the ashes of the destroyed city and introducing himself. It was not a very effective opening, and as you can see, all our camera angles are bad and shaky and wobbly. This whole episode is amateurish, and it is the reason why I strongly went against it and wanted to take it off. It's only until you criticize your work from the third person do you really start to see the major mistakes that are terrible. This is the first episode, and I believe that the first episode should be the base for the whole entire story, and this wasn't a very good base. Another thing that really destroyed and laid waste to this episode was the fact that we did not even have a good editing program. We just had the cheap iMovie HD that came with my old Apple computer, and that isn't machinima friendly. And it cost us because we weren't able to put any good effects at all, any good voicing effects at all. It was very low budget. After many months of just accepting the series as it was, I decided that it was inadequate and I had to stop dealing with it like I was. I thought the only way to improve it without going through a full-scale uplift was to swap the first episode, and that's exactly what I did. I created this episode, and I decided to explain some things that I didn't explain before. Firstly, that robot that you saw in the last clip, I started this episode off by showing Ricky rescuing him, so it gives them a sort of history of friendship. Now, in this version of the Lone Ricky first episode, or the Haven first episode, the attack is more implied than actually shown. Ricky comes out of the storage facility after saving the robot, and he sees the Covenant carrier looming above, and he tries to get out of the way with his robot. And here I try my best to use the effects I'm still learning in the new iMovie 09 program to make it look like something is actually happening. And I really didn't do a good job in showing the initial attack. So then it shows the destruction of the city, and here they come. This is basically the end. Ricky emerging from the rubble, unscathed for some wacky reason. And that's pretty much it. What really made this scene horrible was that it had a lot of corny dialogue intended to sound more epic in one person's mind, but ended up sounding very, very bad and horribly written when said out loud.
I'm gonna go see if they are human.
And the goal that they're trying to achieve isn't also very clear and also very pointless as well. And then after a long time of waiting, you see the signature Haven sign and the handwriting of Chapter 1, Death of Handrame, and a familiar opening of a girl sitting in front of a TV. This begins the new era. The entire show that was once called Lone Ricky 334 has been completely changed to Haven to signify the start of a fresh, new show, and not clinging on to its brothers and sister prototypes. So that pretty much concludes today's episode, and don't forget that All the episodes of Lone Ricky 334, the original series that Haven was created out of, are documented in the Roguehawks Clan video archive. All you have to do is subscribe and send me a request in a private message asking me to watch them.